What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Ari, and in this one I'm gonna go into my computer and I'm gonna break down the numbers of exactly what it takes to make $10,000 a month with the dropshipping on Shopify. Now, of course, before I do so, I do want to give out a little disclaimer. Not every single one of you is gonna be able to make $10,000 a month on Shopify. Of course, you guys know that about 95 to even 99% of people fail with Shopify, and obviously there are a lot of factors, but the main one being patience. Of course, you know, this business model, there's so many things that work, so many different people pushing you in so many different directions. You really have to have patience to find whatever is working for you. But nevertheless, guys, this video is going to be extremely value packed, so make sure that you stay all the way till the end, watch it all the way through, and even re-watch it if you need to, because I'm going to drop some really valuable information that will definitely help you and motivate you to succeed. So let's not waste any time, and I'm going to hop into my computer now. Let's go. Alright guys, we're in my computer now. Of course, let's just hop right into this. Like I said, this is going to be very value packed, so stay all the way till the end. And if you do get value, make sure you subscribe to the family. We're growing extremely fast. We're almost at 11,000 subscribers already. Insane. But anyways, guys, so $10,000 a month. Now, that sounds crazy. It sounds like a dream come true for a lot of people. Trust me, it is. Once you make it there, it does feel amazing, and it really makes you feel like anything is possible. Now, of course, there are steps that you need to take to get there. So if you're still 100% new, make sure you get the free $0 to $1,000 a day blueprint I have in the description. I also made a video about it, but that's not what this is about. Exactly what it takes to make $10,000 a month really is $320 a day, essentially, which isn't really that much if you think about it. Now, one thing that's gonna help you out a lot, of course, is having higher priced products. So this is why, for example, right here, I broke it down to the product price. And for example, $34.95, if you make 10 sales on that, you're already making over $320 a day. Now, of course, 10 sales a day can be difficult, but if you think about it, it really isn't, because at a 2% conversion rate, which is pretty much the industry average, it only takes 500 visitors per day to do that. So you only need to drive 500 visitors to your store, to your landing page, to be able to get a $10,000 a month. Now, I have some tips here at the bottom that I'm gonna talk about in just a second. And by the way, guys, just before I get too deep into this, I do wanna say that, as a little side note, I do wanna say that I'm very aware of what other people are teaching right now in this space, especially on YouTube. I do kind of stay up to date on pretty much every YouTuber's videos, at least the ones that are picking up the most traction. And the reason why I do that is because I want to see exactly what they're testing. So for example, a lot of people have been saying that duplicating is ridiculous, or that duplicating is not a good idea or whatever. And you know what? I totally welcome that opinion. I mean, obviously, if duplicating ad sets has not worked for them and they stuck to a different strategy, that's what they will preach. But in my situation, it has been the opposite. You know, I've tried increasing budgets on existing ad sets, 20%, doubling. I've tried it all. It hasn't worked for me personally. The one thing that has worked for me though is duplicating. So that is what I'm gonna keep doing. That is what I'm gonna keep teaching until it no longer works. But the good thing, guys, is that I'm always actively making ad sets and always actively testing. So if something does change with my strategy or whatever, of course I will update you guys on whatever's going on. So just make sure that when you see some of these videos, guys, you understand that this is one person's opinion. Make sure that they're showing results to back that opinion up, because everybody can say anything, and if they have a big influence, people will believe them. So just make sure that there's results backing that up. And I do have results right here. I have two ad sets that I wanted to show you. These are the exact same ad sets, except they are duplicated into a higher budget. Now, as you can see, the original ad set is doing amazing. You know, this is over the just this month alone. Obviously, this is when they started. So, for example, right here, this $5 a day ad set. So yes, I still start all my ad sets at $5 a day. Like I said, some people really say that $5 a day does not work. And of course, they're just, I mean, in my opinion, they're just kind of getting the wrong idea. I'm not saying that you should only do $5 a day ad sets. I'm saying that $5 a day ad sets are a very good starting point to really gauge different audiences. Anyways, right here you have a $5 a day ad set that's doing amazing. Obviously, it's spent $31 and it's made back $227. It's very profitable. So this is what I would consider a very winning ad set. So what I've done here is scaled it to $50 a day. Now, of course, guys, I don't recommend you scale straight up to $50 a day. The main reason why I did this is because I have so many other ad sets that are doing amazing that I just said, you know what, I'll just go for it. Let's see what happens when I duplicate it to 50. Like I said, I don't recommend you do this. I'm just showing you an example of kind of what I'm thinking when I do these type of things. You know, like I said, I have experience, so this is why I'm able to do this, and if it doesn't work, I know what to do, and if it does work, I also know what to do. So like I said, if I were you and you have a winning ad set, duplicate it at a slightly higher budget. Don't just go straight into 50. But anyways, I did go straight into 50, and as you can see, the ad set is still working very, very well. Of course, the cost per purchase went up. That's natural with scaling. It does happen when you have an increased budget. But it's still way below my break-even point, and it's at a 3.1 return on ad spend. So this one spent 55 and made back 172. So as you can see, this campaign, as you can see, between these two ad sets alone, I'm very, very profitable. And these, like I said, are duplicates of each other. Now, of course, perhaps in the future, one of them will start outperforming the other. Maybe the $50 one won't do as well, and I'll have to cut it. And that's just the nature of the business. You always have to cycle through your ad sets. But yeah, I just wanted to show that real quick. I know that's really off topic, but I've just heard a lot of people saying a lot of different things, and I totally respect that. But at the same time, I do want to make sure that people are showing results, that people are backing up their claims, and, you know, not just calling other people out for no reason, because I'm not calling people out for, you know, increasing budgets, because it works for them. It just hasn't worked for me, and I have tested it very recently even. But anyways, little rant over. Let's get to the value. So of course, here are some tips that are gonna help you get to $10,000 very, very easily. So of course, when I say easily, I don't mean like it's easy work, but I'm saying like once you get this process locked in, it can become a lot easier. So for example, the one thing that is gonna help you a ton is actually picking higher margin products. Now, let me just say, that is one of the biggest issues that I had as a beginner, and that I see other beginners having, is actually picking higher margin products. Now, the reason why people don't pick higher margin products is basically because they think that it's not gonna sell well. They're in the mindset of a beginner, so they think, well, I'm just starting, there's no way I'm gonna be able to sell a product that's 35 bucks. I'd rather make it 15 bucks and make like $7 of profit rather than, you know, like $30 of profit. Now, that is totally the wrong mindset to have when it comes to Facebook ads. Something like that could for sure work with Instagram influencers and stuff. This is why free plus shipping works really well for influencers, because you don't need such a high margin. But with Facebook ads, trust me, you will definitely need a higher margin. I would say the ideal product is a $30 profit margin. Now, of course, with a $30 margin at the beginning, $5 a day ad sets, you will need to wait a little bit longer. So you can definitely just start them off at 10. It's really up to you. But anyways, so picking higher margin products is gonna help you a ton. Trust me, that is a tip that I wish I would have learned earlier. In fact, one of my biggest winners ever was a really low margin product, about $9, but thankfully I had learned about quantity breaks at the time, so that app helped me a ton with increasing the average order value, and fortunately I was able to be very, very profitable with that. But I still don't recommend it. It was very, very hard to pull off. So like I said, I just don't recommend it. Now, the next tip that's really gonna help you out is, of course, testing more products. Now, I hate saying that because, of course, I don't test many products, and the main reason is, on Trend Cove, I've only tested 2. One of them was a winner, and on my main store, really, I've only tested like 10. And 2 of them have been massive winners, where other ones also have been winners, but just not as massive as the current ones. But here's the thing, guys, don't take me as an example. I've been a little bit lazy with my stores. The main reason is because I'm trying to grow my YouTube and my personal brand. Of course, not just for the money. Yes, the extra income is nice, but mainly because of the networking opportunities that I've been able to attain through building my personal brand. It has been incredible. I've met some people that I never thought I would meet, but because of my personal brand, I'm able to get these connections and learn more than I ever have in the past. So that is why my stores have kind of taken a back seat right now. They're not making as much money as they could be. They're still profitable, but like I said, but they're not pulling 6-figure months on their own. Now, I will be getting back to the stores as very, very soon. Next month, me and Tyler have a lot of things planned. We have a couple new stores that we want to open, and we actually want to start building a brand. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but for now, everything is taking a back seat. We're more or less making passive income at this point, but it's, you know, obviously we're not getting rich off of our stores. But yes, one of the things that does help with maintaining you know, your consistency is testing new products, guys. It's really easy to get hung up on a product. Now, of course, once you find a winner, yes, you can kind of ride that off, like I'm doing, but the easiest way to scale that consistently would be to include a new product in there, especially if it's in the same niche. So please take that into account. Test more products, test like more products per week. I know that I've kind of made an image of myself of not testing new products, but honestly, I kind of regret that a little bit. I kind of should be testing new products, but the way that I test products kind of takes a little bit long, you know, like I make a really solid video, really awesome product description, and essentially just go really all in to make sure that I get good results. So that's why I've been a little bit lazy about it, but I do have a couple products lined up right now that I want to start testing soon. So I will do that, and I'll show you guys the results, of course. Now, the next tip here is gonna be to scale slow and be strict. So for example, this is why I don't recommend you go from 5 to 50. The main reason I did that is because I just wanted to go a little bit bigger on this specific ad set, because I have like 20 other ad sets that are doing very well. So I have a lot of stuff to work with. So yes, be slow, but be very strict. Cut your ad sets below your break-even point once you are starting to scale a little bit. To make sure that you're profitable. It's really easy for people to kind of hang on to ad sets that are, you know, barely profitable, and honestly, that's not a good idea. That's gonna end up losing you money, and instead you should just cut your losses on that ad set, keep the little bit of profit that you make, and just stick to the ones that are working, and of course keep creating new ad sets. Now, I don't recommend you make 1,000,000 ad sets every day, but definitely at least be making one new ad set every day. Now, the next tip here to get to your $10,000 month is gonna be to start your view content lookalikes first. Now, I have also seen other people on YouTube talking about how view content lookalikes are not good, how you should not test them, and like I said, that's totally fine. That's their opinion. They can say whatever they want, but personally, some of my best lookalike audiences at the moment are some view content lookalikes. And of course, I'm not saying that they're better than purchase lookalikes, but they work almost just as well, to be completely honest with you. So I would encourage you to start with view content lookalikes, because of course that is what you're gonna have the most data for right away. So it's good to start testing with those. You know, you don't have to start with all 10 percentages per country, but just do like 1% to 3%. So 1, 2, and 3, so that's 3 ad sets, and then gauge from there, and then every day start making a new one. Now, those are all the tips that are gonna help you out a ton with getting to your $10,000 month. It is a little bit easier than you think once you do find that winning product, so it is important that you find that actual winner. So please be testing a lot more products than I am. Don't take me as a good example. I've just been really busy with so many things. I mean, I just got a cat. My cat has been really sick the past like few days, so I've been like really taking care of her a lot, and I also just moved into my new apartment. I gotta get this event planned, I'm working on this course. There's so many things on my plate, so I haven't been able to test many products at all. Actually, any products. But of course, if I had been testing new products, I think I would definitely be able to scale to $50,000 per month on my new store, and even 6 figures maybe the next month. Same with my old store. I haven't tested a new product on there in months, so I definitely need to get on that. I've just been kind of lazy about it because of all the other things that I've been involved in. But yes, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications if you enjoy this type of value, this type of the honesty, the transparency. I don't want to fool anybody, and like I said, I'm not telling you to do anything really. I'm just showing you what's worked for me. So just make sure that you understand that even when you watch other people's YouTube channels as well, you know, don't take anybody's word for like as like some sort of, you know, law or something. I mean, everybody has their opinion. Everybody has something that has worked for them, that they preach about, and it's totally fine. But just make sure that you don't talk negatively on certain people just because they have different methods. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Make sure you subscribe, like, thumbs up, and even leave me a comment if you want. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.